With Nintendo reviewing the Smash Bros. Character battle a couple of months back, pretty much everyone and their grandma has made a video saying who they want to see added to the roster. And I was originally going to wait for all the DLC to come out first and then make a top 10 about the inevitable Smash 5. But if I did, I feel like I would come across as impatient for the next game. So I said fuck it, I'd rather be late to this party than be 6 years early for the next one. Though with these picks, if they don't make it in this DLC, you can count them as hopes for Smash 5 as well. Hell, at least 3 of the characters on this list have Smash 5 in mind instead. 2 quick notes, there are no veterans on this list. As much as I would love to see Ice Climbers, Wolf, and Snake return, I made this a newcomers list. And 2, I'm going to admit that a few of these picks are not realistic at all. Don't worry, they're all video game characters, so no Goku or anything. Though admittedly I wouldn't mind seeing something dumb from Nintendo's history like Captain N or Nesta. But I guess in a way, Rob always fills that role. But still, like I said, some of these picks have a small chance of ever happening. Anyways, let's begin. You know a series that really doesn't need any more representation than it already has, other than Mario and Pokemon? Kid Icarus. Now because Dogpit was made his own character, we have 3 Kid Icarus characters in the game. And with a series with only 3 games, that's already pushing it. But there's still someone I would like to see. That person is Hades. Now, I'll admit, I haven't played Uprising. I mean, part of me really wants to, but the rest of me is worried because, well, I don't have the best wrist in the world, and Uprising is infamous for giving major wrist cramps. Still, for what I've seen, Hades has a great personality. I mean, I could just imagine them going the extra mile and having its own set of conversations, like Palutena's guidance, but instead of any advice, they just have Hades make fun of his opponent with his glorious Tim Curry-esque voice. Moveset-wise, I can picture him giving powerful punches and kicks and mixing it up with magical projectiles, kinda like some sort of hybrid between Ganondorf and Zelda. I mean, think about that. A powerhouse that can hit you from a distance. That is terrifying. And isn't terrifying just perfect for the Lord of the Underworld? Plus he fills a role of something that we really need in Smash. More villains. And yes, he isn't the last villain on this list. Now, I like Animal Crossing. I was happy to see the villager playable. But maybe we could get just one more character from Animal Crossing in Smash. Who, you may ask? Well, there is one character who may be relatively new to the Animal Crossing series, but has gained a lot of popularity. Isabelle. Now, this may be an odd choice. I mean, for most people, it's probably hard to picture a moveset for her. But I'd say if they can make a moveset for characters like Captain Falcon, Rob, and Wii Fit Trainer, they can make a moveset for anyone. I can imagine her fighting kinda like Phoenix Wright in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Pretty much she attacks by doing pretty mundane, non-attack things. Throwing papers, tripping and falling into opponents. Pretty much like using some sort of klutz foo. I can see a party popper like the Mii Fire costume of her being her B move. Her side B can be the moped they gave her in Mario Kart 8. Not too sure about her other B moves, but I did think of a Final Smash for her. I call it Public's Work Project. Kinda imagine a mix between the Villager's Final Smash and the Dr. Wright Assist trophy. Pretty much Aloyd appears and she hands it a bag of bells. Then soon after, a giant lighthouse springs up from the ground, damaging all who it hits. Though I will admit that if Isabelle was playable, she probably would be hard to defeat. Not because I think she would be OP or anything, but if you fought her, you have to fight the urge to throw yourself off of the stage because why would you hurt Isabelle? What kind of monster are you? I mean, look at her. Her ears are so fluffy. Now, you know something I would like to see in Smash? some more obscure characters from the NES era. So how about adding Starman to the roster? For those of you who don't know, Starman is a character from the NES game Pro Wrestling. He is, as you would guess from a game with that title, a wrestler. Now that in itself has a lot of moveset potential. Grapples, Irish whips, suplexes, power bombs, the list goes on. Hell, just thinking about the grappling part is most of his moveset right there. I mean, we don't really have a straight up grappler in Smash, and I think Starman fits that bill. Plus, if he was ever playable, one of his victory animations they do have to have the text, "A winner is you," appear above him. I mean, come on, it's obvious. Okay, now this is the reason why I made the disclaimer of unrealistic characters at the beginning of the video. Now let me explain. Yes, I am aware that it's extremely unlikely that we would ever see Scorpion in Smash Bros. Hell, I can think of many reasons why Scorpion should never be in Smash Bros. He's from an M-rated game series. Said series is more or less the reason why there is an M-rating to begin with. The last 3 Mortal Kombat games haven't been on Nintendo systems. But even so, I do have one counter-argument to those points. Snake. He was also a character from an M-rated game series with a small tie to Nintendo, but he made it, mostly because Kojima allegedly begged for him, but still. But they did prevent him from bumping up the age range by giving him explosives instead of guns, so if Scorpion just removed the blood and dismemberment then he would be fine. I mean, I do feel that Scorpion is one of the more iconic video game characters. I mean, if Ryu is the face of fighting games, then Scorpion is a close second. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't mind a few more fighting game characters in this fighting game. Plus, being from a fighting game, he pretty much already has a moveset. Though I do have to say one thing. I want his neutral B to be his spear. I mean, okay, it might make more sense to have that be his grab, but I just want to see a Scorpion Kirby doing it and just trying to get over here in this cute little voice. Oh, and one more thing. His final smash has to be toasty. Just without the burning to death. Oh, there'll still be burning, just no to death part. Like I said, this is a complete 100% wishlist choice that would only happen if for some reason Nintendo let me pick the roster for the next Smash game. Number 6 is King K. Rool. Now, with the character ballot, there has been one character who's pretty much been dominating the vote, and that is King K. Rool. I can see why. He's been missing from the roster for years. We need more villains, we need more heavyweights, and we need more Donkey Kong characters. Plus, since Sakurai said that the upcoming DLC will be fan service, alluding to it will be the results of the character ballot, I am more or less convinced that King K. Rool is going to be in the game. While Wolf isn't on the list, I do have another Star Fox character, Crystal. Now, is there anything I could say about Crystal that hasn't already been said by people who want her? I don't think so, so I'll just state the obvious. Give her the staff. Then there you go, a Star Fox character that actually plays differently from Fox. Enough said. I can feel the dislikes coming already. Well, it was gonna happen anyways. Ridley. Now, I know that he's not likely. I know that he's huge. I know that Sakurai himself said that he can't figure out a way to make him playable. But I feel like there has to be some way to make him work. Sure, Sakurai couldn't figure it out, but there's gotta be someone who can figure it out. Yes, he couldn't be its actual size. I mean, I don't know why there's a misconception that people think that, oh, you want Ridley? You want him to be his actual size? That's dumb. No, we don't want him his actual size. We know that doesn't work. But you can shrink him down. Have him be like half the size of Giga Bowser. That's reasonable. It's not that big, but at the same time, it's still intimidating size. He'll probably still be the biggest character in the game. That works. When the Fighter Ballot was announced, many indie developers started pushing for their characters to be in Smash Bros. Some ideas are better than others, and out of all of them, I want Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is a really great game, and I had a lot of fun with it. sure I haven't beaten it yet, but still. I can see, like Mega Man, they use his relics for his B moves, and then his smash attacks all involve his shovel. Plus, a Shovel's Knight stage would be awesome, mostly for the music. Now, here's a character that I voted for in the Fighter Ballad. Inkling. I love Splatoon, it's a really fun game. Hell, I would say it's one of the only 2 shooters in existence that I would consider good. Anyways, the Inkling has a lot of moveset potential between using splatter shots, chargers, rollers, ink bombs, and changing into squid form. They even have a few possible final smashes, though I would either go with the Ink Nuke Fang or the Kraken. Also, Splatoon has so many potential stages, either any of the stages of the game, or maybe Inkopolis. Now, you may have thought, if you vote for Inkling, then why are they only number 2? Well, I would have voted for this character, but they were already an assist trophy. My most wanted character for Super Smash Bros. Is Luigi. Yes, I am serious. I think that Luigi is the most deserving character who hasn't been playable yet. Now, some people may say, oh, what moves would he have? He's only been in spin-off games. That's what you use. Neutral B, he serves and launches a tennis ball. Side B, I have 2 ideas for. Either he rides in a Mario Kart like Wario does with his bike, or he swims through the air like he's done in a few sports games. Down B is the curb stomp he does as an assist trophy. Then for his up B, he jumps up and punches a dice block from Mario Party that displays a random number between 1 and 10. The higher the number, the more damage it does. So in other words, a combination between Mario's Super Jump Punch and Game & Watch's Judge move. Then for his final smash is a supercharged kick from Super Mario Strikers. He jumps in the air and kicks a soccer ball down to the stage, which explodes on impact. But since he's an assist trophy, he probably won't be DLC for Smash 4, but I need him to be in Smash 5. So those were the top 10 characters I want to be in Super Smash Bros. So, let's see if in a few months any of these end up as DLC, or in about 5 or 6 years in Smash 5. Though, when all the DLC does come out, let's just say I have a much bigger project in mind.
Wait, no! That's not cool!
The front was destroyed, hundreds of bystanders dead. Kirby held Donkey Kong captive in his huge, disgusting head. Fox said,
"Hey Mario, stop crying, just sack up and fight instead."
I'm Luigi, all these bloodstains make my overalls look red!
Sonic looked tough till Link kicked him in the